Alright, this is my last gaming video for a while because I feel like a crackhead. Spent the last 2 days just, it's like when I was given too much Adderall prescription, it's like I would like take apart something and put it back together again, or just like focusing on something too much, like tunnel vision, that I just can't stop. Like, and I stayed up till like 10 in the morning yesterday or today or whatever day it is, and playing games, and I slept all day, and it's just, I need to stop. This is ceremoniously my last gameplay footage video for a while. um, YouTube is telling me to stop too because I'm not getting any views, and so if I don't post for a while, they'll start trying to entice me to post again by giving my video views. I know that's how YouTube works now. They do the same thing with my sister's American Girl doll channel. I'll leave a link in the title card, or the end screen, in the description below, to my sister's American Girl doll YouTube channel. AG doll of the day. But anyway, another bucket list game, Thrill Kill. Never released. The game too violent to ever be released. I found it. Maybe I don't remember where I found it. I think it was Internet Archive. But yeah, I've always wanted to play this game, and finally played it. They made Wu-Tang Shaolin style. As the same engine. So this is basically Wu-Tang Shaolin style, but the original version. And it never came out. I've been wanting to figure out how to mod a PlayStation or something since I was like 13 years old or something, whenever I found out about this game. And I'm finally playing it. I must be having a midlife crisis or something, because I'm just playing every game I always wanted to play. But I'm after this, I'm cleaning my house, and I'm gonna video game detox for a few days, because I can't keep doing this. It is ruining my life. So I gotta stop. I gotta take a break. And it's not like I'm on Adderall or something where I'll feel like shit if I detox off of it. This little imp motherfucker, I want to kill him first because he's too quick. Yeah, I think I'll feel good if I stop this, but I want to make one last video. Just get it out of my system, and then I gotta quit for a bit. I just gotta quit for, I don't know, I'll give it a week. Just I can watch some movies, watch some YouTube, do something besides play these video games, because I feel sorry for my cats. They're hiding from me in my bedroom because they're sick of this shit. So I got a doctor's appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning this morning, so I'm just going to stay up all night for that. So it's a good thing I slept all day. I hate early doctor's appointments. And I see a doctor and a nurse practitioner that used to be the doctor's nurse, but she went back to school to be a nurse practitioner. And I've canceled so many appointments with her because she leaves at noon. So every appointment she makes is like early as fuck. But I gotta take a medication I'm afraid to take, so I'm taking it in the doctor's office. I just gotta go to this appointment. I can't do this anymore. I gotta reset my mind, but I can't do that without bringing Thrill Kill to the masses. Gotta show it to the people, because it's a banned game. I had to play as the dominatrix, of course. But I mean, that's Thrill Kill. That's long and the short of it. You automatically do a fatality, 4-player death match. So I think we've seen enough. You get the gist. All right, this is a game I'm reunited with that I thought I'd never play again because my ex-girlfriend took the Wii with her when we had our big blowout breakout on our 2-year anniversary. I wanted her to leave everything I bought her, like a bass guitar, a sewing machine, the Wii, everything I bought her. I felt like at the time I was only 26 years old. I felt like she should leave everything I bought for her. She took it. Um, but yeah, this game it was a download only title on the Wii, and I think it's a remake of a Game Boy game. I was watching Nintendo Week with Gary and Allison, and they talked about this on there, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember this game." R.I.P. I'll never be able to play it again, but found this website with all these ROMs. I got it. Kind of tricky reprogramming my controller for this game. You gotta switch around the left or the north and south buttons to get it right, but this is it. Oh shit, there's a Contra game too I forgot about that came out on WiiWare. I'm gonna have to get that too. My biggest fear came true. I ran out of space on my 1 terabyte Batocera card, but it was very unceremonious. I tried to copy a game onto it, and it said there wasn't any space left. So I deleted a few games, and then I put the games I wanted on there. So I guess technically I could just delete more games. I just want it to be over. I want it to be full. It doesn't affect the performance whatsoever, but it's full. I was paranoid about that, but that doesn't seem to be a problem. But I felt like I should breathe a sigh of relief that I couldn't fit any more games on this thing. But there's always games I can delete, so I'll probably keep thinking of more games I want till the end of time. Deleting games I don't really care about, like games with Ferraris and 4x4s and RPGs and sports games and shit. There's plenty of games to delete when I think of more games I want. But I definitely got to get that WiiWare Contra game. Maybe that'll be the last thing I do until I take my break. Okay, yeah, I'm telling myself that's the last thing I'm going to do until I take my break. I think I'm going to play a Contra PS2 game I downloaded. Contra Shattered Soldier. I haven't played it in years, but I remember it being like pretty true to Contra, so I think I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, I got a little list of games I want to play on this. I got Manhunt 2 Uncensored, another bucket list thing. I didn't know that existed, but I guess the PAL region leaked a copy of the uncensored Manhunt 2, so we're gonna play that. I don't know if we'll be able to see any of the death scenes. I guess I'll leave another video at the end screen. One video, one channel, or one playlist. My sister's American Girl doll videos. But I'll leave a video of all the Manhunt 2 uncensored kills, because I think the PC version is adults only. So they have all the kills on YouTube. But yeah, I just love banned, censored games and being able to play them finally. Just said controller disconnected by the emulation software. I don't know what that's all about, but my controller is still working. But I forgot to change the settings to being the Wii Pro controller, but I guess this is doing just fine being a sideways Wii controller. So weird to watch Nintendo Week and just see all the hype and shit. It's like an infomercial. It's like a big commercial of all the new Wii games coming out, and it's just like, wow, they were so excited about Wii games coming out, and just seems so dated now. But it kind of taught me a lesson, like, all new game hype is just one big scam. See, I'm sitting here playing this game for free, and all these games I wanted to play my whole life for free. And then spending money that I shouldn't on new games, which is, I don't know. It's just, video games are a fucking scam. New ones, at least. There's so much fucking hype. It's a fucking hype machine. Just go back and watch Nintendo Week, and you'll see, like, it's... They just had so much hype for all these fucking Wii games coming out, and it's just like, really? You were excited about that? But I was too back then. But this game is fucking awesome. I watched a little video tribute to Nintendo Week from a guy that I felt like I was the only person that remembered Nintendo Week, but there was another guy that remembered Nintendo Week, and he made a video about it. Every Nintendo Week is available on YouTube. I'll leave a link as well in the description. But I guess that there was a Nintendo Minute, something called Nintendo Minute, that was on the YouTube channel. On Nintendo's official YouTube channel, and it went for a lot longer. It was around for years more than Nintendo Week, but I guess that the two hosts, like, they were going to have to move to a different state or something to continue Nintendo Minute. So they quit Nintendo Minute and started their own podcast about Nintendo. So that's... They're still doing their thing, but I have no nostalgia for that. I was unaware of Nintendo Minute. But I guess it's a lot like Nintendo Week, but Nintendo Week had more skits and stuff. See, Nintendo Week was on the Nintendo channel, only available on the Wii. It was like before Netflix was a thing. You had to watch YouTube on the browser of the Wii. So it was a big deal to have a little show dedicated to Nintendo. all about all the new Nintendo games coming out that came out every week, I would get very excited. When a new episode would come out. My ex-girlfriend was very annoyed because I think she did know secretly that Allison from Nintendo Week, I had a crush on her. But her outfit she wears in the Nintendo Week, I was like, wow, that looks so 2009. So yeah, my theory of the early 2000s, mid 2000s, blah blah blah, they are different, even though people think nothing's changed since 9/11. A lot's changed. A lot has changed. It's because everything's marketed towards Gen Z now. Everything on Nintendo Week was marketed towards millennials. And I like millennial marketing a lot more than I like Gen Z marketing. I blame Gen Z for corporate minimalism. And I know I'm going to sound like an old person saying this, but Gen Z is just too fucking sensitive. They feel too much. Like, there's a callousness and a cynicism to being a millennial. And it's very exploitative. Like Girls Gone Wild style view on sexuality that I'm glad that's over, but it's like, can't we find a happy medium? The only approved form of sexuality now is through apps, and everything has to be transactional. Everybody has to have a OnlyFans. You don't get a pay to play, so to speak. Fucking AI. Joe Rogan saying AI Jesus. If there's an AI Jesus, it's the Antichrist. I don't know if you've seen that video, but it's Joe Rogan saying that Jesus is coming back as AI, and that guy's tripping balls. He's out of his fucking mind. I used to think he was alright because he's friends with Alex Jones, but he's a fucking idiot. And he has the #1 podcast in the world. But he's just a fucking shit comedian, fucking idiot that went on the Tom Green internet show, realized that you could have an internet show, and somehow it fucking took off. Joe Rogan's a fucking idiot. I hate people that fucking trip balls and smoke weed all day and think that they're like philosophers because of it. No, you're just fucking thinking the shit people think while they smoke weed. And trip balls. It's not, you're not having some kind of breakthrough here. Everybody thinks that same shit. Like they have ESP and all this fucking shit. It's just all tripping balls and drug talk. But that's one good thing about Gen Z. I think they're on to Joe Rogan. I saw some Gen Z girl doing a little skit making fun of Joe Rogan where he says, "Jamie, can you pull that up? Jamie, can you pull that up?" Yeah, I used to think Joe Rogan was all right until it was like the final straw that that he said there's going to be AI Jesus. I can't deal with that. That's blasphemy. And I had my final straw moment with Alex Jones too. I totally forgot that I saw that he had Nick Fuentes on the show, and I was like, okay, I'm done with Alex Jones. But my memories of Alex Jones, of well, the 9/11 conspiracy theories, Bohemian Grove, um, all those shitty documentaries he used to make, screaming at Whole Foods, Jeff Bezos is evil, like asking David Gergen about Bohemian Grove. I have a lot of good memories about of Alex Jones, but I do not like that fucking Nick Fuentes guy at all. I don't like that fucking guy, and I think Alex Jones has lost his goddamn mind having him on the show. I think it's Rex Jones's fault. I think Rex Jones, his son, is a lot more fascist than Alex Jones, and probably just Rex Jones told Alex Jones that it's a good idea to have Nick Fuentes on the show because he's really popular with the Gen Z fascists, and Alex Jones just wants to sell more supplements. But that's just a bridge too far, having Nick Fuentes on the show. And now, the Alex Jones Hitler mustache, that's very meta because, you know, you have a Nazi as a guest commentator on your InfoWars program. You're going to be called a Nazi because if it quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So, like I said in my Alex Jones playthrough video, Alex Jones used to be hated by Republicans. So it just shit's fucking changed. It's upside down world. But I'm having fun playing these early 2000s games. And now I'm going back to the early 2000s again. I used to want to go back to the 90s. I guess I still go back to the 90s. I'll be featuring the Sega channel on this playthrough video as well. But I'm feeling a lot of nostalgia for the early 2000s now. But I've gotten farther in this game than I ever did when I had it on the Wii. I guess I've played a lot of Super Castlevania 4 since then. I'm a Castlevania pro, I guess, nowadays. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next one. Whoa, Wii menu, tripping balls, dog. Just call me Joe Rogan. See what happens if I go to the Wii menu. Will this send me into a different dimension? I don't know how to save. What's this gonna do? Total darkness, blackness, death, the far reaches of space. You have entered the Twilight Zone. All right, this is it. This is what it was like to enter the Sega channel. This is the Sega channel. If you want to know what the fabled Sega channel is, I downloaded all these Sega channel ROMs a long time ago to try to put on my EverDrive, but they didn't work on my EverDrive. And then I was looking through my downloads and my files when I was on my mad tear installing shit. And I was like, oh yeah, I have all these Sega Channel ROMs. I bet they'll work on this Batocera. This is December 1994. The year Scott Jackaman got his Sega 32X, so I figured, this is a good month to show. with the Sega channel because Scott Jackman's the only person I knew who had the Sega channel, and the only person I knew that had a 32X. So I thought I'd show it. None of the games actually play. I mean, I could play all the games. I have all these ROMs, but this is just all these. Someone created this. Some fucking maniac created this, and it's just, I don't know how he got this. Maybe he was watching, like, I don't know how the fuck he got this, but this is a fucking Sega channel from December 1994. So I almost want to cry looking at this. This is some fucking, god damn. But I was talking to Scott Jackman today. I sent him a video. I can't show this because I don't want to get copyright struck. But off the Internet Archive, I downloaded. They had movies and TV shows on a cartridge on the Game Boy Advanced. And they have the entire fucking movie of Shrek 1, and then they have another cartridge for Shrek 2 on the Game Boy Advanced. It's in like 140p, and it looks like shit, but just the novelty of the whole thing. So I sent a video of that to Scott Jackman, and I told him, you know, I've been on this mad tear for 2 days of just, I just want to pass out right now. I just want to fall asleep right here, right now. I'm exhausted. And I guess he's been on this big kick. Something to do with VRAM and AI. See, this is what happens when you pick a game. Billy Time, who made it, and then it restarts. He's trying to figure out VRAM and AI or something like that, and he's like tweaking out in his head. He can't stop obsessing over it. See, being an AGP kid, Advanced Gifted Program, me and Scott Jackman were in, and Tyler was in as well. It's a blessing and a curse. You get caught up in this kind of shit and become obsessed, and it's like Dr. Frankenstein, like I'm manic. It's alive! It's alive! Sorry if that blew out the speakers of whatever you're listening to, whoever's listening to this. It's so you take you this little information, and then you click on the game, and then it would just load it for a real long time, like 5 minutes, and then you could play the game on the Sega channel. Which doesn't make sense because the Sega channel was through the it's like a modem basically. You put in the Sega cartridge slot, and but it was a cable modem, so I don't know why it took so long to load Sega games. But yeah, this is what it was like. This is exactly it. This is the Sega channel. Barney. I just watched a video of a Barney float from the Thanksgiving Day parade being destroyed. In the 90s, part of me inside was like, yes, Barney's dead. But yeah, that's the Sega channel, and I have every single month of the Sega channel of 1994. So I don't know why the guy didn't make 1995. I think it was still around in 95. I think it went all the way to 96. But yeah, there you go. Okay, that just said CPU at the top. So me and Scott Jackman were. It was interesting. He was talking about VRAM because when I was trying to make these emulators run better, it said to turn the VRAM down because the GPU uses VRAM, but the emulators use a CPU. So you want less memory going into the GPU and more to go into the CPU. so it can run the emulators better. And that I don't know if you saw that at the top of the screen, but that said something about the CPU. I'm using I switched the emulator from Auto to Duck Station, and I like Duck Station better because it oh shit. Hold on, I'll be right back. I forgot to change some settings. Okay, yeah. I'm just not thinking right. I can't think. But yeah. This game just deserves some love because this was before Tony Hawk. I guess it came out in the year that Tony Hawk came out, 1999. But back then, a year was like 10 years. So it seemed like years in between this game and Tony Hawk coming out. But I definitely played this way before I played Tony Hawk, which was probably a few months before I played Tony Hawk. But this is basically a consoleized version of Top Skater. It's not like Tony Hawk, it's like Top Skater. Tony Hawk invented its own thing. But yeah, this is kind of a forgotten game. Okay, I don't know if that's really a official Pal Peralta graphic or if that's just a plagiarism, because I don't think this has any real sponsorship in it. So
3, 2, 1, hit it.
This has a great soundtrack. Less Than Jake, H2O. This is H2O. It was on one of the Punk-O-Rama compilations. But this hearing this song makes me want to cry, get all sentimental. That's how I know I'm old and still very mentally unstable, even though I'm medicated. Just how much I want to cry all the time. My grandpa was a real manly man. He was an officer in the Navy during World War II. But he cried all the time. I think he probably had real bad PTSD. And before I got on my anti-anxiety medicine, I fucking cried it. I was crying like crazy. Like when I was having my real bad panic attacks, I cried all the time. And that's embarrassing. That was years ago. I don't cry like I used to. I'm dead inside. So all you women watching this, disgusted by the idea of a man crying, you rest assured I'm dead inside. So you can think of me as a real man. You know, I'm all man, baby. I'm dead inside. Okay, just trust me. Stage not cleared. Hope it switches songs. I don't want to hear the same song twice. Level
3, 2, 1, hit it.
Level specific songs.
Come on, bust out some moves.
Oh god, it is. So I guess I had to do more moves.
You're ripping.
Yeah, does not play like Tony Hawk whatsoever. But it deserves some recognition because is a skateboarding game on the PlayStation before Tony Hawk. There's a Street Skater 2, and that's more like Tony Hawk. I don't even know how to fucking do tricks. I'm trying to do it like Tony Hawk, but it's totally like Street Skater, or it's totally like Top Skater. I think level 2 has less than Jake, if I can remember. Back 30 years ago or whatever. No, I'm not that old. 27 years ago, something.
You're smoking, dude. Excellent. You finished. That's the end of the run.
Fuck this shit. I'm not dealing with this again. Okay, we're back in the enigma that is the Philips CDI. I couldn't do this without playing a few CDI games. I've now installed 15 CDI games onto this emulator thing. Please don't think I'm creepy for playing this. Well, think what you want. Maybe I am. But I had to play this because I'm a huge fan of Salute Your Shorts. And the star of this game is Dina from Salute Your Shorts. But I think it's like basically like a dream phone on the CDI. See, there's Dina from Salute Your Shorts. But I was just looking through the list of CDI games on Wikipedia, and or maybe it was on the ROM site. There she is, Dina, Heidi Lucas. She's a lawyer now. I've creeped and looked her up on Facebook. But yeah, I was like, girls club. That sounds like it's right up my alley. And so I Googled to see if I should install it, and it said starring Heidi Lucas from Salute Your Shorts, and I was like, wow, this is a big deal. This is huge. This is I have to have this. Girls Club Party. This song's great. I wish I had a CDI when I was a kid, but my dad wasn't a millionaire. But I was talking with Tyler in the comments of my last video with the CDI videos, of the CDI games. And yeah, they had at Celebration Station, they had a CDI in the ball pit thing with, there she is. They had a roller controller, Google it, the roller controller, a Berenstein Bears game, and I think the other game was called Tell Me Why, and I downloaded that. I'm pretty sure it was Tell Me Why. Maybe I'll play Tell Me Why after this. I'm even creeping myself out playing this. But that's a girl from Salute Your Shorts, so if she wasn't in it, okay, I wouldn't be playing this, okay? Well, maybe a little bit, but you have to just realize how much I love Salute Your Shorts. And anyone my age, or even a little younger like my sister, we love Salute Your Shorts. It's just a thing, you know? Yeah, this controller... This PS4 touchpad does not work very well on this game. And I think when I played this game last night, it just froze. So it's not really about anything except that's the girl from Salute Your Shorts. But I think that's all we need to see from here. All right, yeah. Tyler, if you're watching this, tell me if you remember this game being in the ball pit of of Celebration Station. Yeah, this 3D animation is so choppy. When I first played it, I thought that my my Steam Deck was slowing down again, but it's just really that shitty. The CDI came out in 1990, so it's not like it's a 3DO or anything. But they tried to extend the life of the CDI by releasing games like Burn Cycle and stuff like that. Yeah, I was saying I remember an animal game being in the ball pit of Celebration Station, and you can go into the zoo. So I would say I'm 99% sure this is the game, besides Berenstein Bears, that was in the ball pit of Celebration Station. Prehistoric life. Yeah, actually, I'm 99.9% sure. Fuck it, I'm 100% sure this was the game that was in the ball pit besides Berenstein Bears at Celebration Station. Ball, with the roller controller. Fossils. I was big into fossils in elementary school.
Perfectly imprinted in a piece of rock as if it had been carved there? If you have,
I remember there was this girl,
the remains of a plant or animal that may have
Rachel Walker. She came in the fifth grade, um, like halfway through the year.
People who study fossils are called
Definitely the prettiest girl in the whole fifth grade.
Something like piecing a puzzle together.
And first she said Kyle Whalen was cute, and he was like a dirt bag like me. Like I strive to be Kyle Whalen. But then she was going to meet me at Celebration Station, but somehow that didn't happen. But then there was word going around that she had a crush on me, and I was a little fat, fucking short little meatball in the fifth grade. I was cool. I bought shirts, novelty shirts from the mall, and listened to alternative music. But I'm telling you, this girl was beautiful. Um, and then she said to me, "I have a crush on you, but not enough to go out with you." I said, "Okay," but I should have said, "Oh, come on, go out with me." But I think that's the worst part of like courting by being a man is just when you're unattractive. Of course, if you're an attractive man, it's like no effort whatsoever. You look at a girl and she becomes obsessed with you. Um, but if you're an unattractive man, you kind of gotta be persistent to date a girl that shows interest in you. It's kind of a game. That's why they call it having game. And I choose to have no game. I give up immediately, and that's what I did with this girl Rachel Walker. I should have said, oh come on, give me a chance, go on a date with me. But I was just so shocked that she liked me. That's what they called it back then. They quote unquote like me. They like me. That's a European cat, because European cats wear these little metal tubes around their collar, and then you open up the metal tube and it has a little piece of paper rolled up inside, and it says where they live. But yeah, I just should have said to this girl, Rachel Walker, hey, if you don't want to go to Celebration Station, let's go to DZ Discovery Zone. I don't care. But she said she liked me, but not enough to go out with me, and was like, okay. It's totally used to rejection.
Tigers, lions, and leopards. But you really wouldn't want to meet up with them in the dark.
I had a girlfriend every year, preschool and kindergarten. But then in the first grade, I liked this girl, Teresa Augello. So I asked her to be my girlfriend, and she said no. And I was shocked that she said no. And then I just kind of gave up after that. I've given up ever since then. That's enough for me.
Scientists don't know the exact origins of the dog, but believe that they are relatives of the wolf, jackal, coyote, and fox.
I'm different.
So you see, dogs have some untamed wildness.
I'm different from your average guy. I'm not like other guys. I don't mean that in like I'm not a creep, because I am. But I'm.
That's why they buried bones.
There's something missing. There's something off. Could be autism. It could be something. But I remember my AGP science teacher, Mr. Campbell. He told my mom, most boys are sticks, snails, and puppy dog tails, but Richard, he is something different. And Mr. Campbell was something different too. He was there's something gay about him. He was straight, but there was definitely something gay about him. So, he didn't fit the typical male role, and he saw it in me too. And that's okay. I don't want to be typical. My dad, he was so persistent, had absolutely no shame in pursuing women whatsoever. It was like you almost require a certain degree of lack of self-awareness, where it's like he had nothing in his mind saying, oh, that was embarrassing that I just said that. But I relive stupid things I say from 20 years ago. I go back in my mind and cringe that. So I think it's turtles, right? I think monkeys live the longest, right? Because we're monkeys.
In 1985, a capuchin monkey named Bobo celebrated his 50th birthday, but he lived in captivity where he was safe. Even so, monkeys in the wild can live up to 20 years.
So yeah, I had this dream.
Do you have a cat? Your pet may live for up to 23 years. The oldest cat we know about was 36 years old.
God damn. My cat Shredder is 19. So I might have to spend another 17 years with that son of a bitch. I missed he was supposed to get his urinalysis today, but had to reschedule it because I didn't get any sleep. But yeah, I had this dream where it was in my old neighborhood of Bloomingdale East, and it was in this old hair studio that my mom used to go to. Her hairdresser was Dougie. He became Dana. She became Dana. But it was an empty building now. And it became my building. And there was this guy, and he was like, this is your last chance. This building is your last chance. And I had I had turned it into like my own arcade, my own Chuck E. Cheese, and I realized that was this house. That was this house that I live in right now, and now I have turned it into my own Chuck E. Cheese. I have an arcade. I have all these video games. I have all this, but this was the final piece in the puzzle. I have the game that was in the ball pit on the CDI at Celebration Station. All right, so I just wanted to show a little bit of this game. I haven't played it since college, but it brings back a very sentimental memory to me. My girlfriend bought me this game for my birthday. She knew I loved Evil Dead. She knew I loved PS2. So she bought me a video game for my birthday. I played it a lot in college, in my dorm room. I loved this game. And I just thought, like, for me, that's like the coolest thing a girl can do for me as a guy. This makes her so much more attractive to me, is if she buys me video games. We can't help what we're attracted to. Um, I don't expect every girl to buy me video games, but just my girlfriend buying me a video game, that's one of my greatest memories. Like, sometimes I resent women for the things they're attracted to in men: stupidity, boorishness, domination, um, assholeness, um, taking charge, taking control. I could name a million things that I resent that are stereotypical things women are attracted to. I'll never be able to provide to them. I'll never be able to fuck a girl up the ass. I'll never stick my dick in a butthole. I can tell you that much. But I can't judge them if they want something like that, because I'm attracted to a girl buying me a video game. Oops. There's something hardwired into my brain. I am way too excited by seeing a girl flash her titties in public than I ever should be. I mean, they're meant for babies to drink milk out of. There's just, we can't help whatever the fuck is hardwired into our brain. But the last girl I was talking to, it never went anywhere. This was about 2 years ago, but we were talking on the phone all the time, FaceTiming and shit. She lived in a whole different state. She lived in Florida. I knew her from high school. But I bought her Christmas presents. I bought her birthday presents. But she didn't buy me shit. She didn't buy me a goddamn thing. So I stopped talking to her. Fuck that. The least she could have done is just buy me a fucking PlayStation gift card. But girls hate video games. And I know she had the money because she was buying Uber Eats like every fucking night. And she would pass out drunk with the Uber Eats still sitting at her doorstep. She'd wake up the next day with cold Uber Eats sitting in her doorstep. And she would even blame me at times that she didn't get her Uber Eats. Like it was my responsibility. She could have bought me a fucking PlayStation gift card. And that's why I didn't go visit her. That's why I stopped talking to her, because I just couldn't take it anymore. Sent her one of my mom's American Girl dolls. Like, you can't just take and take and take. You have to give back a little bit. She would have just given me a PlayStation gift card. Maybe I would have kept talking to her. And I knew this girl from back in high school. She was like a hot chick in high school that I never would have thought in a million years would be interested in me. And so it was like, oh wow, my dream's coming true from high school. But you know, there's a reason why we move on from high school. We fucking change. I'm different now. I'm different. I have self-respect. And I'll put up with bullshit for a really long time. But I've had enough sexual encounters in my life that I do have a time limit. I do have a breaking point. I'm not a virgin. I have no curiosity of what it feels like to stick it in. I know what it feels like. Actually, at this point, I've forgotten what it feels like. I know it feels really good. But not good enough to have someone take and take and take and just never give back. And you know, my first girlfriend, even though things did not end well, the time we did have were some wonderful moments. Like her buying me this Evil Dead game for the PlayStation 2. About the coolest thing a girl can do for a guy like me. So I just thought I'd talk about that a little bit. I was thinking about that when I played this game earlier today. But we're going to move on to the next game. The big climax. Even though it probably won't even be that impressive because I won't get on to any kill scenes because I'm not going to play for that long. I'll try to do one execution at least. But yeah, Manhunt 2, uncensored, for the PS2. The game that was taken from us. I guess there's this new game out for the PC called Horses that's getting banned from Steam, Epic Games, everything, and that just makes me want to play it more. It's like maybe I'll play it one day. Like I'm just about to play this Manhunt 2 here. All right, I gotta. Holy shit! No. It worked earlier. Oh, it's working. Yes. I got to get my mind together. I got to accept this is the last game I'm going to record myself playing for at least a week. I got to get my life back together again. I have to put the pieces back together again. So this is it. Right after this, I'm going to turn on my satellite radio, clean my fucking kitchen because it's fucking covered in overflow of garbage. I know that's disgusting, but I wanted people to know that, to know the level of depravity that I've let myself fall into, being obsessed with these fucking games. Just like I said, I'm going to stop saying gooey. Have you noticed I haven't said gooey one goddamn time through this whole playthrough? So I made a conscious decision to stop. And I'm telling you right now, I'm making a conscious decision to stop obsessively, addictively play these fucking video games, because they're not going anywhere. They're going to be here. They're going to be here. I just need a little break. To get my life back in order, because it's my life has fallen apart in the past. I don't know how many days it's been since I started installing new games on my Bactocera, but it's all been one big blur of a dopamine overdose ever since. And what goes up must come down. And I've already crashed. I crashed this morning when I passed out after playing until 10 in the morning. I crashed out. I passed out. I woke up feeling like shit. But I'm just limping along. I need some closure. So yeah, I'm playing. I want to see the guy throwing piss and shit on me, so I'm gonna walk through all this. No, I'm not supposed to, but I want to see the people throwing piss and shit on me. Fucking awesome. John Hirsch returned this game when he bought it on the Wii. There you go, throwing shit on me. When he realized that the executions were censored. I think the reason why this game was censored and given its only rating is because it came out on the Wii, and the Wii had motion controls, so it was like a murder simulator to a level that we've never had before. Before it was just, you had a controller, but with the Wii version you actually used the controller to pull off the murder moves like you're really doing it. So I think it was that that brought on the censorship. I think that all advances in technology lead to censorship as an immediate knee-jerk reaction. I mean, Mortal Kombat and Night Trap and Lethal Enforcers. Those are the three big games that led to the congressional hearing on video game violence. Okay, we're going to do an execution. Wait till it gets red and he'll do the most brutal execution. Alright, here we go. Uncensored execution. I never thought I'd see that with my own eyes. I'm calling shenanigans though. I think this said it was a leaked PAL game that prototype that came out before the game was released. I think someone just hacked the ROM to not show distortion when it does the execution, because it did not show the actual execution. It was like off camera, like it isn't in the in the censored version. I'm calling shenanigans until I do another execution. I'm just so cynical. But yeah, the congressional hearing on video game violence. What do Mortal Kombat, Lethal Enforcers, and Night Trap all have in common? It was an advancement in technology where it was no longer pixelated sprites. It was digitized graphics and full motion video, aka real people. Um, oh, God damn it. So it's that advancement in technology that really brought the shock factor. So that's my hypothesis. That's my theory on why Manhunt 2 was censored, is because of the motion controls on the Wii. I mean, I have watched all the executions, and like I said, I'll leave a video at the end of this video of all the executions. They are more brutal than Manhunt 1. Um, but Mortal Kombat fatalities are more brutal. So I really do think it has to do with the motion controls. But this game has a very dark tone. It's in a mental institution, or an institution for the criminally insane. So it's a dark game. So I don't know. I think they put all those things into factor. You know, the video game ratings board. They don't tell who works for them. They don't share that information with the public. So probably just a bunch of fucking normies, and they were just shocked by the game, and they were like, "There's no way kids are playing this. We're gonna censor it." So. I don't know how to get through the fucking door. Kind of button on the wall I need to press. Oh, this guy has a key. No, he doesn't. There's a syringe. Do a finishing move with that. Some health. Okay, this could end up being very anticlimactic because I just don't have the patience right now to figure out how to get through this fucking closed gate. I'm exhausted. I'm cynical that I, I'm cynical that the executions really are in this game. Like I said, this game isn't going anywhere. Plenty of time to explore it. So yeah, I guess I'm going to call it a day. Or night. 9:37 at night. Wait a second. It opened. All right, we'll give this execution another shot.
These guys are vicious, remember? If that guy lives, we're dead.
Come out here, you fucking motherfucker. Guess I'm not doing the execution on this guy. Beat the shit out of him.
Just one more chance. This is the part of the job I love.
I remember Manhunt 1. I rented it from Blockbuster in Tampa. I briefly lived in Seminole Heights in Tampa before I left Tampa. I never returned it. And so I had it in my collection. But it was in a little Blockbuster case. So when I was living in Isla Mirada, Florida, when I was 20 years old, my mom was returning a bunch of stuff to Blockbuster, and she ended up returning my copy of Manhunt. So, traveled from a Blockbuster in Tampa, Florida, to Isla Mirada, Florida. I imagine how confused the people working at Blockbuster were like, why is there a game from Tampa returned here to Isla Mirada? Not sure if that Blockbuster was in Isla Mirada or Key Largo. Isla Mirada, Tavernier, and Key Largo are all basically the same place. It's all like mile marker 80 to mile marker 90. It's only a 10-mile stretch, but they're all different islands, so they are different. But most people that live in Tavernier or Isla Mirada will probably tell you they live in Key Largo. That's a little Florida Keys trivia that maybe you don't know about. That's yeah, I have Manhunt 1 on my PlayStation 5 downloaded, but they don't have Manhunt 2 anywhere. But I'm just fucking exhausted. Jesus Christ. I gotta stop. But if you want to play the Manhunt 2, supposedly uncensored, leaked PAL version, go on archive.org. If you want to find like every ROM up to like PlayStation 3 downloaded, they're all safe. I scanned them all for viruses. VIMM Vim's Vault. Just Google Vim's Vault and you'll find them. You can only download one at a time, but they're legit. See you in a week or two. I gotta take a break. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.